afternoon, grand rising, great rising, good night, good evening to all the beautiful reflections watching this video. Understand, today we're just going to do 7 signs that let you know or indicate that you are an angel living in a vessel, a physical vessel, and how you were able to know these signs and how you're able to know what lineage you come from. Because all an angel is nothing but just a higher perception of consciousness that had to dumb itself down in a physical sense. I'm gonna say it again. All an angel is a higher perception of consciousness that had to dumb itself down to reveal itself in a physical sense. So before we even get into this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more divine messages, because you know what I'm saying, I can't have gum and talk at the same time. You know, that shit just blows my tongue out the water. But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more divine messages, because we're here to get this work done. We're here to help you guys understand the truth to what reality really is, because there is no truth in the facade world. There is no truth to a fictional reality. So let's get right into it. And I do have my notes, so if you see me just looking, you know, I got the notes written down, because you know, all my like, an overthinker has to have his thoughts on paper or a device, because if not, my thoughts would be all over the place and this video just would not go as planned or as ordained as I want it to be. Number 1, one of the signs that you're an angel living in a human body is you have innate wisdom, and then you possess a deep wisdom and insight that seems to surpass your years or life experiences. And I like this because when you have deep wisdom for what you want, what you desire in life, and what you think that you are desiring in your life, you think far beyond what the normal or the normality of life is perceiving other people's reality. You think beyond your years and beyond your mother's years, and you think beyond a timeline. So your wisdom, a lot of wisdom you have is surface level, but you know that things can get deeper than what the surface provides, and you are providing a deeper perspective beyond a surface level perception, which is why if you have a thirst for knowledge and you have a thirst for enlightenment and wisdom, then you are a divine being. You are an angel cosplaying as a human being, because divine beings that are cosplaying as angels, they already have this intervention of wisdom embedded inside of their body, inside their DNA, stored inside their genetic codes. So you watching this, if you have a thirst for wisdom, if you're obtaining certain knowledge, and you're not only combining that knowledge with your knowledge, you're literally you're basically embedding yourself with innate wisdom. You're giving yourself a whole deeper perspective on what wisdom should be and should not be. So you're using a contradiction, you're using logic. Now you're able to contradict your own logic. Not only that, you're contradicting contradictions. So as you're doing these 2 things, people are not going to be able to see from your lens, because they're going to know like you're too wise beyond your years. And these things will put fear into people, because people think they're smart till a genius walks in the room. People think they're smart till a genius walks in the room. That's why a wise man once said nothing. 2, compassionate nature. You naturally radiate compassion and empathy towards others, often putting their needs before your own. This is true, because once you give your heart, and what's crazy, once again, like the video we did yesterday, the color for, if you see my TikTok or Instagram, that's the video I was referring to, but I stated yesterday that the green indication of life or nature, this is the color of love or empathy, compassion, harmony. These signs right here that you're giving a compassion, you know, loving nature to people and people that you don't like, shows that you have compassion for yourself, because you give love towards yourself. So by you doing that, you forgive people for what they're doing and what they're not doing, because people are programmed 24/7. By them being programmed 24/7, you gotta understand that you have to forgive them, because they have no idea what they're doing. You don't either. So because you know more than what meets the eye for most people, you have to meet people at their pace as well, even though you're far beyond their timeline, because remember, you have wisdom now. You have to give love to people that are slow. And if you get offended by that, I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to your ego, because the real you wouldn't get offended at how slow you are. We are all slow in this race. That's why the turtle won the race. We are literally all turtles running against rabbits or hares or you know, road runners, whatever the case may be. Life is nothing but a journey, so you have to elongate your journey as you're walking through it. You get to choose your path, and you get to choose what you pour love into. Because the more you pour love into your life, the more the spirit will pour love right back to you, which is why you have to give love to other people besides yourself. Once you, and what's crazy, not even just people, but just life in general. So for example, this pine cone right here, you got to give love to this pine cone, because this pine cone is consciousness. You know, when it comes to the grass, the trees, all these things, like, they pour love into you by giving you air, by giving you nourishment, by giving you oxygen, by helping you being able to see your nourishment through their perception. So if you're looking at a tree, if you're looking at leaves, this is basically you watching yourself from a higher point of view in a lower perspective, meaning that these things, these ways of living are staring right back at you. So these leaves, these trees are literally nothing but consciousness from ancestral lineage that are watching me, watching you, watching us make this video, combining it with our own perception of knowledge. You have to pour love into everything, because everything pours love right back to you. That's exactly why you wake up every single day doing what you choose to do. Third one, healing abilities. You have a natural inclination towards healing, whether it be physical, emotional, or spiritual, and people often feel comforted and uplifted in your presence. That's a fact. Physical, emotional, and spiritual. I like that. So when you're having healing abilities, meaning, let's start with the physical. Physically, if you know about Reiki healing, same thing that Yeshua, Jesus was doing when he was walking this earth, per se, from an ideology perspective. If you practice Reiki healing, you're able to heal people with your physical sense. Meaning, if you keep practicing and you keep harmonizing your energy and placing it, I'm trying to make sure nobody popping about the woodworks, man. Because, niggas, people weird out here. But physically, you have to be sure that you're able to not only heal yourself with other people. So whenever people touch you, they should feel like they're already healed. Whenever you put your hands on people, people should believe that they're already healed through your eyes, through your lens, through your belief system, because people can't believe through their belief system that they are already healed. So because they are not healed, they are trying to find healing outside of themselves. But because you have already healed yourself, and they have love for you and have compassion for you, then you are able to heal them from yourself by healing yourself for healing themselves as well. And once you heal them, then they'll be able to heal not only themselves but the people around them as well, and thus the domino effect of healing will begin on the physical sense. Emotionally, if you're able to heal yourself emotionally, meaning that when you are able to observe your emotions, when you're able to sit there with your emotions and get them in check, then you're able to not only heal your negative emotions, but your positive emotions as well, because you're going to have negative emotions. So what are you going to do when these negative emotions sway you the wrong way? You have to check them and realize that they're only here for a temporary period of time, and you're not a robot, so it's okay to feel your feelings. It's okay. But you got to realize as well, once you're on your healing journey, if you have already healed yourself, people are trying to catch up to the status that you are already at. So you have to be careful of how people heal their own emotions. So if people cannot heal their emotions like you have to guide them slowly and bring love and wisdom. That's why all these signs are showing, because you got to do these things in alignment, step by step. You got to crawl before you walk. Spiritual. Now, and what's crazy, and they feel comforted and uplifted in your presence. So spiritually as well, once you can heal people, look at the bee looking at me. That's crazy. This big ass bee. Oh my goodness. Hey, please, ancestor, I'm making a video right now. If y'all could see this bee right now, it's wow. That was hey fam, please. Cause I don't want to get stung. I just want to make this video. And this bro, the bee is right next to the table, bro. This is a distraction. Okay. Spiritually. I was not trying to get stung, bro. Like, them shits hurt. Spiritually, when you're healing somebody, these things, they take time. They take a lot of diligence. They take a lot of patience. Yeah, hey, come on, bro, please. All right. Verse 2 bees fighting each other. Yo, get away. Don't distract me, please. All right. Spiritually, when people are trying to go on their spiritual journey, and you have already done your spiritual journey, you have to guide people towards their own spirituality, meaning that spirituality is not a trend nor a religion, but it's a way of living. So you have to help people live righteously in their own spirituality. And as these things are happening, people are going to go through their karma, and they're going to go through their demons. So you have to make sure, no matter what, that you guide them. You guide these spiritual beings into healing. Not only that, you help them evolve beyond their spiritual sense, because some people can't even heal their spiritual sense. Some people can't even heal their spiritual needs because they have lost that dignity. They have lost their cognitive functioning in their brain, because their brain is not dissecting their reality for spirituality. But as you're doing this, because you're already healed, and you know yourself. Once you know yourself, then you can help guide people spiritually. And once people are able to have a spiritual awakening, thus you can guide them into what the way of living spiritually really is. And when you do that, you're preparing people to get into heaven on a conscious aspect. 4, intuitive gifts. You possess heightened intuition and psychic abilities, often sensing things before they happen or picking up on the emotions of others. Literally. So it's basically, you're able to see things and sense things before they happen. This bee is flying over my head. What are we doing? What are we doing? Bro, you're big as shit. Do you know that? Do you know that? Come on, fam. I mean, I'm really trespassing in their land, so I can't even get mad. But it's all good. For intuitive gifts, when you're able to sense things, you're basically using telepathy, and you're basically an overseer, and you're seeing things, you're foreseeing things. By this happening, you're able to see things before they happen. So you can literally stop a scenario in its tracks. You can literally read an algorithm. By you doing that, you're unlocking the intuition within inside of you. And these things have been gifted to you because you're able to receive the gift. Not only that, you're able to be disciplined and motivated to pass this gift along to other people and help them awaken this gift within themselves, which is why you have a strong intuition. Once you have a strong intuition, you're able to have it at heightened capabilities that people can't comprehend. So you're trying to tell somebody what's going on in life, and they can't seem to see through your lens, which is why you had to let them experience it for themselves. You had to let some people go within that war, go in the war ground, and you had to let some people get shot up, because they don't want to listen to your output and your perspective, and they're hard-headed. So let them be hard-headed, because you know what it takes, and you've seen things that people can't see. So if they can't see and they want to reject your enlightenment, that's okay. Let them. We have to grow. We have to grow in order to glow. By this happening, you're able to pick up on emotions as well. So many women do not want to tell their man or their woman that they aren't feeling well, they're sad, or whatever the case may be. If you love someone, you should be able to tell when they're sad, they're mad, happy, upset, whatever the case may be. You should know these things. But if you don't know these things, that means you are at a divine consciousness. When you're at a divine consciousness as a man or a woman, then you will be able to tell the emotional state that your partner is at. Not only your partner, but your friends, your family, your co-workers, kids, whatever the case may be. You have to be so intuitive with yourself that people want to learn how you know what you're doing. Not only that, they want to be able to learn from you. And by that, you have to be able to pass along these teachings that have been passed down to you, from your ancestors, and so on and so forth. So it's in you, not on you. 5th, unconditional love. Your love is unconditional and boundless, extending to all beings regardless of their backgrounds or actions. That's a fact, because no matter what, your love has no limit. Your love has no boundaries, even though it has boundaries. Meaning that no matter what, for all these beings, you got to realize that there are some people who do fucked up things. Yes, this is obviously fact within our history. But you have to pour unconditional love to all your enemies, because they do the same thing from hate. And that's the thing. When you're an angel, I'm finna burp. Excuse me. When you're an angel, not only living for yourself, but you're living for the Most High, when you're living for the Almighty Spirit, you got to realize, you got to understand that when you're pouring unconditional love, people will not want to receive that because they haven't received that their whole entire life. So it's like trying to give a demon a hug. Why would a demon accept your hug when it hasn't been hugged its whole life? A demon doesn't know how to be hugged, nor does it want that kind of affection, because it hasn't been affectionate its whole entire life. Not only that, other demons haven't been affectionate towards this demon, so why would a demon want to be affectionate towards you? So as an angel, you have to realize, you got to fly away from me. You have to realize that when you're pouring unconditional love, bro, this bee, I can't make this up. Look at this bee. Look at the bee. I don't know if y'all can see that, but the bee think it's slick. Nigga, come on. Are you trying to communicate with me? Bro, no, the bee's staring at me. This is crazy. I gotta look this up. What does that mean? But see, unconditional love. The bee is pouring unconditional love to me. It keeps flying near me, and I have no idea why. But you have to give love to all beings, because I could smack the fuck out this bee and send that shit off somewhere. But it could just send its brothers and sisters to come and sting me, and I'm fucked up now. We have no video for today. Which is why you have to pour unconditional love to all beings of all backgrounds, good and bad. Even to a racist, you gotta love the racist. Why? A person that practices racism does not know that it's a racist. It's just practicing a virus that was... Get the hell out of here, my nigga. Oh my God. A racist does not know it's racist because it's programmed by a virus that was prophesized from another virus, and it stuck to that virus program, and this virus embedded it inside of its ancestors and its lineage, and it passed these teachings down. Because a racist does not know why it's racist. They just don't like the other color because that's what they were taught. But they have no idea why they don't like the other color. They don't know why they don't like the other backgrounds. They don't know why. They just want to do it because they just want to feel empowered, and they want to feel like their actions are justified through racism. That's why racists do not exist. But they practice racism. So you have to pour love into everybody and everything, including higher beings that you can't even see. I had to change locations because, the notes got overheated. But yeah, so that was just unconditional love, meaning like you just got to pour into what pours into you. Just simple as that. And then the last one, divine guidance. You feel a strong connection to divine guidance or higher powers, receiving messages or signs that guide you along your path. Oh, we got one more. But yeah, that guides you along your path. So with divine guidance, you spiritually let spirit guide you. So divine guidance goes beyond divinity. It goes beyond what you perceive as divinity. And with this, you have to be a divine being to even be guided by a divine being. And the thing is, when you do have divine guidance, you're able to see through a divine lens that is portrayed through your own lens from your ego, because your ego cannot really seem to see what you see through divinity. So because of that, your mind will lie to you, but your spirit will send you righteousness if you allow it. The hell? If you allow it. Which is why I like that. So receiving the messages or signs that guide you along your path. So confirmation, I call these confirmations, or you can call it alignment. Some people call it luck. Some people call it destiny. Some people call it prayer, intuition. But all these different signs are like, for example, the bee was an example of divine guide. So as all these little insects, these animals, as these birds are chirping, these are nothing but confirmations from the higher guides or higher entities that are just telling us their messages from the way they talk. We can't perceive it, but they perceive it through their language or their interpretation of their own tongues. So as this bee is coming near me, it was basically just protecting me. It was showing that it has a frequency that I can resonate with. Not only that, this bee remembers me from somewhere. So it could be an ancestor, because there's no way a bee literally just staring at me, flying near my gallon of water, just looking at me. So it's like we met each other before, but these are confirmations from higher entities, higher orders that are indicating to us that we are safe and that what we are doing is destined for us on our path and we're on the right journey. So whatever you do, like let's say you're doing something and like money comes your way, or new people start coming your way, or people start resonating with your messages, or you start getting new job opportunities, you start getting new friendships, you get a new place to live in, you start moving to a different country, you get a new car. Once you start elevating your life, then that means you're on the right path, because you're doing things that you weren't used to doing. You're doing things that helped you evolve and helped you ascend from your past, because you want to work from your past into the present moment to build for your future. So because you're doing that, you're making sure that your future self is taken care of right now in this moment. And because that you're doing that, you're working so hard. You think that the universe won't grant you what you want or what you desire? You deserve it. That's why when you're divinely guided, then you know that your guidance is literally, what's the saying? You're basically seeing, your flesh is so weak, you're not even operating from your flesh anymore. You're letting your spirit guide you. So you're trusting your faith by your works of your spirit through a higher lens. So as you're seeing it from your third eye, as you're awakening, you're waking up every day, you know that your flesh is going to do weekly things, but literally it'll do weekly things, but your spirit will guide you on a solid perspective. And by it doing that, you'll be walking yourself in life. So you'll basically be an observer in your own body when you're divinely guided. So if you were able to talk to the universe saying, Creator, tell me what I should do today. Sit there and listen to your thoughts. The spirit will literally speak to you from your mind, and you'll hear it. Not only that, you'll put it into action. It'll be that simple. Hey, spirit, what should I do next to get better? What should I do for my kids? What should I do for my car, my house? What should I do for a business opportunity? What should I do for traveling? How should I go about this business opportunity? How should I paint this art? Once you just sit there and collect your thoughts and you think outside of your thoughts, then Your divine guides will just guide you, and you can't see them, but they see you. So all you gotta do is just put in action. Whatever your spirit is guiding you to do, do it. And last but not least, feeling of otherworldliness. You may have a sense of feeling out of place or detached from the material world, longing for a deeper connection to the spiritual realm. And that's a fact, because this is how you know, lastly, this is how you know that you're an angel living in a human body. The material world means nothing to you because it's materialistic, meaning it's a facade. It's not real. It's an illusion. And so much of an illusion, people love this illusion, and they love to live in their own delusion, because these illusions were shoved down our throats since we were born, since we were watching cartoons in our mother's womb, since we were out of the womb watching cartoons, since we were listening to music. All these different things that don't matter to delusional people. But once you're able to awaken with your own delusion and create your own illusion, then you're able to escape from the material realm. So by these things happening, you won't care what you wear anymore. Like, you'll wear clothes, but you won't care to wear designer. You won't care to wear certain shoes. You won't care to wear jeans. You just won't care to dress for other people's approval. Why is that? Because people don't even know how to dress in the first place. Not only that, why do you want people to care about what you wear when they don't care about what they wear? And why are you trying to impress people that don't even like you nor themselves? It makes no sense. So if you want to walk around in a tank top, then do that. If you want to walk around with shorts, then do that. If you want to walk around in 20-degree weather with shorts on, then do that. If you want to wear Timberland boots in the summer, then do that. If you want to wear winter boots in the summer, do that. If you want to wear the same jeans every day, do that. Who gives a fuck? That's the thing. Even with cars, if you got a beat down car, at least you have a car. There are some people who are roller skating to fucking work. There are some people who are using a scooter to get down the street to their crib or to Walmart. There are some people who have to walk to get their groceries. There are some people who take Ubers to get groceries. So there's some people who take trains and buses. So it's like, there's so many indications that you should be grateful for, that if you have something that somebody doesn't have, be thankful for that, because there are some people who want the car that you have. There's some people who just want a car. If that car can get you from A to B, then what's the point of complaining? If you have clothes on your body, what's the point of complaining? You should be grateful for everything that you have and you don't have, because you don't have it for a reason, because you already have it through your reasoning. Even though you can't see it from your reasoning perspective, you have to see it from a reasoning perspective on a higher divinity. So spiritually, you're doing this to please your spirit. Like this pleases my spirit. Why? Because after this, I'm going to go work out. That's a materialistic thing, yeah, but I know that making these videos, so one person is watching this video right now, and that brings me joy and love and empathy, and because I know that I'm doing this for my spirit, not my flesh. Even though my flesh does not want to do these things, spiritually I'm gonna do that shit regardless. That's why you have to know what the feeling of otherworldliness even means in your own divinity from your ego's perspective. Because once you have a deeper connection, you're no longer attached to the materialistic world, even though you're a part of the materialistic world, because this is a temporary world. So these things that you see every day do not matter. You won't care about celebrities, because who gives a fuck about fallen angels when you are one? You won't care about the music industry, because you can create your own music industry. You are literally music. You are a walking frequency and your own tune. So get in tune with your own frequency. You know, you can box whenever you want. You can wrestle. You can play baseball, soccer, foot. Like, there's so many indications that in the materialistic world that does not matter. What matters is how much information are you giving out to the world? Not only that, how much are you feeding your soul and your spirit? What are you putting into your body? Are you eating junk food? Are you drinking your water? Are you meditating? Are you praying? Are you eating fruit? Like, are you sun gazing? Are you nature gazing? Are you giving yourself the satisfaction that you deserve? I was trying to see if there was a bird up there and shit like that, but yeah, we can go deeper into that, but that's basically just the 7 ways, the 7 signs that you know you are an angel in a human body. And once you know these things, your life will change for the betterment of your good. But you have to allow these things to change you. Because if you don't allow it to change you, then you will be changed through the materialistic world, and it will change yourself, through yourself, and to yourself, and you'll become somebody that you don't think. You'll become somebody that you don't want to end up being, and you'll regret it in the future. So if you want to develop the consciousness of an angel, these 7 signs should be able to help you. And once you're able to do that, take time to yourself today and understand the divinity of an angelic being. If you question what does an angel look like, look in the mirror. I love you. Have a great day.